Yes guys, welcome back to 7 Golf and welcome back to another recreation video. Another scene of the crime, Hanbury Manor, where I won my regional final in the Trilby Tour. Possibly the greatest back nine I've ever played in my life. But we're going to be recreating those 3 playoff holes from the Trilby Tour, all live on Sky Sports. Today, Seb taking on summer 2015 Seb at the par 4, par 3, par 4, 10th, 11th and 18th here at Hanbury Manor. Wish me luck, I was playing ridiculous golf that day. I'm going to have to go some to get anywhere near to me, but let's give it a go. Right, first hole, trees in the middle of the fairway. Just got to get it somewhere to the left of the big one. I left myself about 100 yards in the left rough last time.
Now the story itself from this day, I mean, I was so under the weather. I had a terrible flu. I spent the day before in a sauna. In fact, the practice round I actually had to stop playing after about 6-7 holes. I felt so awful. So I had very low hopes for the tournament. And actually I started in regulation terribly. A couple of early bogeys, then a ball out of bounds, double bogey. I think it was about 5 over, maybe 6 over in the first sort of 6-7 holes. And then it all just clicked in. My expectations went and I absolutely went on fire. I think I was about 6 under for the rest of the round. Just absolutely mental. And then obviously we now get to the playoff. The way it works in the Trilby Tour, the top 4 scores of the day go into a stroke play playoff over 3 holes. They get all the cameras down together. And when I'm playing well, the driver gets the little draw going. But when I'm getting really aggressive and I get really amped up in these playoffs, I'll come on to more of that later, it tends to go a bit extra into a pull, and that's what I did here in the Trilby. I pulled it way left. The actual line is over this tree here, you can see on the course map. That's where you want to hit it, straight over there.
We like it. We like it. I think I might have found a fairway. Tell you what, that might be the only thing I can do better than last time here, because the putter was on fire. But this thing's going well today. Off to a good start.
I did it much better in the modern day, maybe a little bit less amped up and down the middle of the fairway, right down there in fact.
Nothing in his way.
And yeah, here we go. I was over on the left, going towards the driving range. It wasn't actually a million miles from being out of bounds, but we did find it. It's in a thick, rough lie, but the good thing is when you're in these sort of playoffs, you know there's only 3 holes. You've got to stay aggressive. It sort of helps you make decisions to just be committed, and I hit a really good shot there into the middle of the green. Now, a much easier shot from the middle of the fairway in modern times. Playing a slightly different pin there, but I didn't quite get that one. Pushed it out to the right. Wasn't my best at all. But I did have sort of a similar distance putt. Now this one's interesting. This was for birdie, and I'd just seen somebody putt on a similar line in front of me, Paul Llewellyn, and he actually got a read of left to right. I thought it was right to left. He missed his putt, I copied his read, and I made it. And I got a shot on that hole back then. So that actually was like a net eagle. So I was 2 under for the playoff and off to an absolute flyer, trying to win my first regional event. I'd won obviously the grand final in 2013. This was to try and get a second win, but just a regional win. And yeah, in the modern day, I wasn't anywhere near as aggressive, and that's probably a common theme for me. I do get super amped up in those playoffs. You know, I've won 3 Trilby Tour events, played in 3 playoffs. I've won every single one. And for those 9 holes, I'm 6 under. Gross. Which is mental. Just absolutely mental. Just always seem to play my best stuff under the absolute highest level of pressure. Don't know quite how I do it. But anyway, I then went on to the par 3 and I was really amped up and had that little draw going. I took dead aim at this. Back right flag. And you can see it landed pretty close there to the flag, but the greens were very firm in the middle of summer, and it just kept rolling all the way back through to the back edge. Similar pin again in the modern day. Probably not quite as good an iron player as I was back then. Always been a weakness, but probably even more of a weakness now. And this one went out to the right and just didn't come back in at all. Now, I said in the title, I putted like prime Tiger Woods. Wait till you see this putt from long range off the green. However, before we get into that, today's video does have a sponsor. Let's find out who it is. So today's video is sponsored by the guys at Surfshark VPN, one of the biggest brand names in the VPN market. Now, VPN, of course, being virtual private networks, they allow you to not only stay secure when you are online, protecting you from any hackers or when browsing on unsecured Wi-Fi networks, but they also allow you a number of amazing benefits, such as accessing geo-restricted content when you're away. Now, a really good example of this, where I've used a VPN, is to help me access some of my subscription services to watch some of the golf tournaments while I'm away in another country, or to access things like the YouTube trending page by getting past any geo restrictions on the sort of localized content. Surfshark VPN is also the only VPN that allows you to stay secure online on an unlimited number of devices. So you can register your laptop, your tablet, your phone, etc. all on one account, no problem. Now, what's more, right now they have an amazing sign-up offer. 83% off a 24-month subscription and a further 3 months for free also. Plus, they do a 30-day money-back guarantee also, so you can try out the service at no risk whatsoever. So guys, if you're looking to get yourself a VPN, make sure you check out the link in the description and use code SEBONGOLF to get 83% off plus 3 extra months for free. Now, let's get back to Hanbury Manor. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look at this putt there. You can see my friend Ricky Sutter in the background. Look at it on its way up and over, and it just dropped in. And my reaction says it all. I just couldn't believe it. I was just trying to leg it up close. And I was shocked, if anything. 2 holes, 2 one putts, 2 under gross, 3 under net. Mental. I'm really wanting to make up and down here from the long, rough grass behind the par 3. Nice little chip, landed it just off the green and it nestled up to about sort of 4.5-ish feet from my par. Gave it full attention. I mean, we're talking, for this recreation purposes, we're talking gross score here, so I've got to match that 2 under gross, not the one you see on the Sky Sports scoreboard from the Trilby Tour. This was the final hole now, the 18th, and I had a big lead in the Trilby Tour. And yeah, water wasn't really in play unless I really hit a dodgy shot, so I wasn't too worried about that. I was more worried about just hitting a good swing, and I had sort of overcooked that tee shot on the first playoff hole, so I was a little concerned. I didn't want to overpull it, so I aimed a little bit further up the right, and then absolutely typical, it didn't come back, this one. And look at the eyes. I was seriously dialed in there, guys. I can't explain to you. Any feelings of being under the weather had long since gone. They say beware of the injured golfer.
Not going under that bloody tree again.
Yeah, you can see it. All I wanted to do here in modern day was I just wanted to not go in that tree. I wanted to trust my draw to come back out this time. And I've got to try and birdie this, you know, and see if I can catch up with 2015, Seb. But look at that.
Stay there.
You can't make it up.
That is basically what I did.
Has gone a little bit further. My driving definitely is a lot better since back then. Sim Max for me this year has been an absolutely unbelievable club. Probably the best I've ever driven it this year. But other parts of my game have gone backwards relative to 2015. Now, I did have a shot onto the green here, but I was playing conservative with a 3-shot lead to win. Yeah, I was taking no chances. Just laid it out short. My short game was really, really strong back then, and just tried to make sort of well, I had a 3-shot lead, so I was just trying to use it basically. Modern day, I wasn't quite as blocked, and obviously I'm chasing, so I was really, really aggressive. Went all the way for it.
Oh, I don't know if it's up or not.
And it's hard to tell from where I was. Wasn't sure if it was on that top tier where I needed to be.
Putting.
But yes, we are putting. Now here was the up and down attempt, because as much as I had a lead, I was playing aggressively. I did not want to drop a shot.
Trying to chip and putt and not drop a shot.
And I just tried to get up on that back tier and, well, just went too far. I mean, that's outrageous for me. That hand movement, I cringe looking at that, because there's no way it was spinning back like that from that short shot. Don't know what I was thinking, but it just shows you the sort of aggressive mood I was in. But yeah, I had this putt for a 3-shot lead. I had quite a few putts to win. But look at this. Tell you what, I just couldn't miss that day, guys. I just couldn't miss. And look at that celebration. I was absolutely delighted. 3 putts in 3 holes under the highest pressure. I mean, it makes me very, very proud to watch it back. I think I may have milked this Trilby Tour enough now. But let's see if I can finish with a flurry in the modern day. Can I make the birdie and get one back? Oh, it looked good, you know, but wasn't quite enough to drop.
Normally, 3 pars I'd be very, very happy with, but I mean, just for me, just shows you just how good I was playing that day. I think that's probably the best golf I'll ever play in my entire life, so fair play to 2015 Seb. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like on it. There's one more Trilby win I can squeeze out some content up at Rockcliffe 4, one of the longest golf courses in the entire continent of Europe. So if you want to see me do the last recreation challenge, which actually was my first Trilby Tour Grand Final win, I was off I think 7 at the time, 2013. If you want to see that one, yeah, drop a like on the video. Let me know in the comments if you like this content. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. See you again next time. See you later.